If you're watching this video, it's most likely because you want to lose body fat, achieve your dream body while working 10 plus hours per day. Right now, you probably feel frustrated from not getting the results you want, tired from working long hours, as well as lack of motivation. You're probably thinking, how can I achieve my dream body with a busy lifestyle? Hi everyone, my name is Ethan Silifet and I'm going to be showing you the exact blueprint on how I lost 40 pounds in less than 6 months, achieved my dream physique, all while overcoming drinking, smoking, binge eating, and working 10 plus hours per day. Let's get into it. How I shredded 40 pounds of body fat in less than 6 months, achieved my dream physique while working 10 plus hour days, spending less than 6 hours a week in the gym. So this was me at my highest weight, 205 pounds back in 2022. And this was me 6 months later at 165 pounds, the leanest physique that I've been able to sustain since. And you can also see my face change as well. So I did this by using macro manipulation and progressive overload without giving up my favorite foods, without wasting hours in the gym and cooking, and without dealing with fat loss plateaus, without feeling overwhelmed by misinformation and useless details. So my client transformations here, Ty has been working with me for 2 months. Ty is a busy professional who just finished university. Ty has been training for years but never had a structure with training, and dieting down on his own was difficult and not sustainable. After reaching out, Ty was able to form a workout and meal plan schedule that will allow him to balance long hours at work while losing body fat effectively without any plateaus. And this is a 15-pound difference in less than 2 months. Paul has been working with me for 6 months. Paul is a student and a professional who came to me at the peak of his weight. He had a solid base of muscle, but he wanted to lose the body fat without the muscle. He just couldn't quite figure out exactly how to lean out in the best way possible and reveal the muscle that was underneath. After working with me, within 6 months, he was able to conquer his mind and challenge the body fat while maintaining his strength and muscle throughout the process. Aiden has been working with me for 6 months. Aiden is a student who lacked confidence due to body dysmorphia and being chubbier for most of his life. He had trouble losing body fat due to his nutrition and didn't have a plan in terms of training. After working with me, Aiden gained that confidence he desired. We dialed a routine that would optimize his dieting and training, allowing him to put on muscle while losing fat at the same time. So my journey. Before I can tell you how I became overweight, I have to tell you about my upbringing. Growing up, I was always skinny. I got bullied often, and I never felt skin. I played a lot of sports growing up in school. However, I was extremely timid and shy compared to other kids. I'd cry a lot often because I was bullied a lot since elementary school. All the way through high school, I stayed skinny. I got made fun of. I never felt like I fit in anywhere because of the way I looked, and I lacked the confidence to talk to girls because I always felt like I was unattractive. This was me back in 2015. I was 14 years old here, and this is me a year later, 15 years old. It wasn't until the first year of college I was able to finally move out of my hometown. I had my first heartbreak at this time too, and I've never actually felt more low in my life. I was in shock after the heartbreak, and I let myself go down a dark road. I was drinking and smoking extremely often, and I would find any excuse just to cope and numb the pain. I felt like I was reliving every day over and over again, no progression. This essentially led me to skipping classes, failing courses, and stopped my overall growth as a person. I felt extremely mistreated by girls and the bullying, and I knew I needed to change, so I started going to the gym. I learned the basics of hypertrophy training and powerlifting, made some progress my first couple months by gaining a little bit of muscle, but the results were not sustainable. Couple months after, in March 2020, when COVID hit, all the students were forced to quarantine and move back home. At this point, I felt extremely isolated. I was failing some of my courses. I had zero access to the gym and my friends, and I had no direction in my life. I was now at home, isolated, broke because of school and no job, and about to get kicked out of my program because I was failing courses. I decided to drop out of school in 2021 and start working 10 plus hours a day at the factory while doing every single side hustle possible in order to increase my income. This led to major stress on my body and mind and eventually burnout. And I turned to food as a source of comfort. And once I started going to the gym, I would essentially use food as an excuse to being on a bulk to eat whatever I want. I underwent a bad cycle of binge eating fast foods 4+ times a week for comfort and the rush of dopamine. This led me to my highest weight ever at 205 pounds back in 2022. My confidence was at an all-time low again, even worse than when I was skinny. It was affecting my everyday life such that I struggled to play sports and do basic activities. I remember clearly running up and down the basketball court 2 times and being out of breath. That's how bad it was. It wasn't until I actually experienced something almost life-threatening, sleep apnea, due to being overweight. So sleep apnea is a condition that led me to waking up gasping for air because my body would stop and start breathing while I slept. And that is when reality really hit me. One day, I looked at myself in the mirror, grabbed my stomach, and disgusted. I said, enough is enough, and I made the decision to take control of my life again, starting with my body. I decided to do research on macro manipulation and progressive overload, and at first I didn't quite believe it would work. So I continued to research more, and alongside with how to train properly with the intention of building out my physique to be as aesthetically proportioned as possible, and believed that this would actually be the answer to my problems. So I committed 100% to achieving my dream physique for the very last time. I started with learning how to track my calories and make foods that I loved in order to make my fat loss goal sustainable while making it feel like less of a diet. Also learning about new foods and how that would enhance my recovery. I started training progressive overload and learning how to train optimally for hypertrophy with an intention to build my dream physique. I slowly incorporated cardio and steps without it taking over my life. I built a routine that I could follow with my busy work schedule of working 10+ hours per day that didn't consist of hours of cardio in the gym or training plateaus. So a quick explanation of macro manipulation and progressive overload. So macro manipulation is strategically adjusting your protein, carbs, and fats, which allows you to optimize your fat loss in a sustainable way such that you can enjoy your foods that you like while making progress. Your body responds uniquely to different macro ratios. So I will show you and help you find the perfect balance for your specific body and goals in order to make sure that you make progress in fat loss while still making it sustainable as possible. Progressive overload. So progressive overload is gradually increasing the workout intensity by adjusting exercise training types and training methods as well as the weekly volumes in order to optimally maximize strength and muscle growth. This prevents plateaus in training and weight loss in order to keep the results coming. This is essentially what differentiates those who don't follow a proper program, making slow progress and no progress, versus ones that build their dream body. After using these methods and staying consistent and giving it my all, the momentum started compounding. Next thing I knew, I had lost 40 pounds in less than 6 months. From someone who was skinny to being overweight, I was able to completely transform to shredded and muscular. I was able to achieve my dream physique. I gained so much confidence and bettered my mindset so much that I started social media and my business. So my lifestyle. So nowadays, I am extremely confident. I can freely take my shirt off pretty much anywhere, knowing that I worked hard to get to where I am. On top of that, the way that I carry myself is unmatched, unlike anything else I've ever achieved. Freedom in the sense that I have now the freedom to live every day without fear of being judged for my body. I'm now able to pursue fitness as a career, and I'm truly free. Lessons learned. I learned how to handle challenges and learned to be even more disciplined than before in order to run my business. I've learned mindset shifts through fitness that I can now apply to all aspects of my life. My fitness journey is what got me here. From being a skinny, heartbroken kid who struggled with confidence to being overworked, overweight, and falling in an endless cycle of guilt and shame, stuck with no sense of direction, to a man that has conquered his mind, gained the world of confidence, learned to be disciplined, and handle any challenges that may come his way in the future. So I have an opportunity for you. The truth is you don't need any more information. If that was the case, you would have already achieved your goal. What if you could learn how to get your dream physique, be held accountable, and be a part of a like-minded community? I promise this would change your life. So who is this for? This is for people who want top-tier confidence, are ready to build the confidence that allows you to be proud of who you are, get rid of all your insecurities, and allow you to achieve anything you want in life. People that are action takers. Once you set a goal for yourself, you're committed to putting in the work consistently, understanding that you don't wait to get it done. This is for someone who is feeling lost. You need guidance and a clear direction to your goals without the overwhelming overload of fitness and nutritional information. You want relentless accountability. Learn a discipline to not only achieve your fitness goals, but personal and career goals as well. Someone who is open wants sustainable results. You aren't looking for another quick fix, looking to obtain real results and be able to use the strategies to sustain it for life. This isn't for you if you're not an action taker. If you aren't willing to take action now and spend months developing your character and physique, then this isn't for you. If you're a quitter, if you don't see results as fast as you thought and want to give up, this is not for you. Your ego is too big. You need to be willing to take criticism from someone who is where you want to be and not from yourself who isn't where they want to be themselves. Not making this a priority. If this isn't a priority of yours, don't bother watching this video. We want people that prioritize their fitness and genuinely want to improve their lives. Why you failed and why you're currently failing. So the accountability. So all the other programs or methods you've tried have not held you accountable. Your coach just gave you a plan and expected you to follow it without really making sure you did it. So why not make sure you have someone that won't let you make excuses for yourself and execute the plan daily? Suboptimal training. You're not training optimally for your goals. You don't know how many reps, sets, and what exercise to even hit, or even how to hit the muscle groups correctly. You aren't even tracking your cardio and your lifts. Ineffective diet. Your definition of a healthy diet is flat out wrong. If you think you have the right diet, why don't you already have your dream physique? You don't know how to track your calories, your macros, and adjust them week to week in order to make sure that you make progress. Sustainability approach to nutrition. The negative cycle of food and guilt has affected the way you live and view food. Rather than taking the emotions out of food and understanding that food is fuel and finding the perfect balance, you need the right guidance in order to reframe your mindset around nutrition. Poor time management. Being a busy adult has left you with poor routine and time management that prevents you from achieving the results you want. Instead, have a plan built out for you that is going to accommodate with your lifestyle and get you the results without making fitness a second career. Lack of support. Information within health and fitness has left you confused, so eliminate the guesswork by learning from someone with credible results and transformation that you desire. So my 6 fundamentals to a shredded physique and how to keep it off permanently, as well as a winning mindset. First off is mindset mastery. Getting rid of your limiting mindset that's been holding you back your entire life. Adapt a mindset that allows you to succeed in any aspect of life. Build the foundation you need to get started on your fitness journey. This isn't something you accomplish overnight. We prep you to face the hardest challenge of your life. To achieve this, you need to rewire your mind, your brain, implement good habits, and be self-aware. How to visualize your goals, how to turn them into reality, how to be self-aware and cut your vices out of your life, and how to meditate to think clearly. In this program, we teach you how to build the habits to break past your insecurities, limiting beliefs, and mindset barriers. Optimal workouts. So we give you the perfect workout program that is going to be specifically designed for your body, your goals, maximizing the results, as well as to fit your busy work schedule so you can be as efficient as possible. And enjoying the process, giving you a workout that is not only going to get you results, but it's going to be extremely enjoyable at the same time in order to make you feel great after each workout, walking out of the gym with a crazy pump and extremely high confidence that's going through the roof. Customized diet and meal plan. So building an adaptive meal plan is key. You need an exact meal plan that is going to cater to your body and your goals. A meal plan that works for one person won't work the same way for you, so we make sure to give you a meal plan that ensures sustainable results without difficult restriction. Enjoying your favorite foods. We don't make you throw out your favorite foods right away. Of course, you can't eat it as often, but there is a way to incorporate those hamburgers and fries while losing weight without sabotaging your progress. I will show you how to create the perfect approach throughout the week to eliminate food deprivation and still achieve your weight loss goals. Like-minded community. The biggest mistake I see is that people think the whole journey of self-improvement is lonely, when in reality there are thousands of others with the same mindset and goals as you. Their support can be transformative. So you're going to be able to connect with others that have the same goals, ambitions, and struggles as you. You'll be a part of a community of mutual support to share your journeys together while pushing one another, holding each other accountable, and accomplishing new achievements that once seemed impossible. On those days where motivation is lower and you'd rather make excuses, your community will assist you with positive reinforcement in order to help you stay committed to your goals. Together, you will celebrate every achievement, big and small, while witnessing each other transform into the strongest, healthiest, and most disciplined versions of yourselves. Relentless accountability. If you don't see progression in your life, it is likely due to the lack of accountability. When I tried to do everything by myself, it was overwhelming and I felt extremely alone. There is only one solution to this. You need a coach that genuinely cares about you and your goals, an accountability coach that holds you accountable to the highest standard and brings out the best in you. You also need to make friends who have the same goals as you, friends that won't let you slack off because you don't feel like it. What's the best way to achieve it? You say it in front of 100 people. If you don't achieve your goal, they'll laugh at you. If you do achieve it, they'll praise you and ask how you did it. But the right community will support you on the path even if you fall off. And that is something that I wish I had, right? That's what will make a difference for you. During my journey, I didn't have a community, and that would have made the world of a difference in order to have people consistently checking up on me, on my workouts, my diets, my cardio, my daily habits. It would have been the most important factor to achieving my physique and getting rid of all my insecurities. In this program, I host weekly group calls, one-on-one calls on top of that to make sure the journey is going as smoothly as possible. This isn't your average video program or cookie cutter program. This is a community that essentially allows you to work together to change your life. You also get premium access to me by joining this program. You gain direct access to all my knowledge and experience with the ability to ask me any questions, request more informative content, and receive personalized guidance specific to your goals and structures in order to help you overcome any obstacle that heads your way. Enjoy personalized support and mentorship from me directly. I make sure. Next steps. If you're ready to shred body fat, keep it off permanently, and achieve your dream body alongside your full-time job, business, or school without having to spend hours in the gym or cooking, then book in a call with me and I'll see if you're a good fit for the program.